Hi guys, welcome to the CodeCamp World videos. This is Jordan from CodeCamp HQ, and today we're going to be building a super awesome game called Jetpack Jam. Now Jetpack Jam is kind of like Flappy Bird, except it's a whole lot more awesome because we're going to have jetpacks. And just like Flappy Bird, the aim of the game is to bob up and down and avoid them pillars for as long as you can. And at the end of this video, you're going to have a super awesome game that you can share and play with your friends and family at home. So how about we get ourselves logged into CodeCamp World and get this game started. Now that you guys have logged into CodeCamp World, it's time to create our game. So head over to the Create Project button and name your game. Now you guys can call your game whatever you like. I'm going to call mine Jetpack Jam. Jetpack Jam, and the type of project we want to make is a 2D game. So click on the 2D game, and the code mode is going to be block coding. Once you've done that, hit that create button and we're ready to go. Awesome, we're in CodeCamp World, we're in our game. Let's click on this get started button to get started. So the first thing we need to do is add our first level. I'm going to call mine level 1, but again you guys can call yours whatever you like. Cells across is going to be 100 because we want a big long level, not a tiny one. We're going to be going horizontally across the screen on our awesome jetpacks, so let's make it nice and long, 100. Cells down, it's going to be pretty short, let's make it 20. Awesome. Click the add button and our scene will be there ready to go. Now that we're in our first scene, it's time to jazz it up a bit and get an awesome background in there. So head over to the background icon just here and you want to scroll down and find the one you want. I'm going to go with the Sydney skyline because I live in Sydney and it's awesome. Cool, you click on it and it appears. Awesome. Now that our background's in, let's scroll across just so we can see how long this level actually is. Pretty big, huh? And it's going to go right the way to the end. So when we're putting our tiles in, we need to make sure we're going right the way to the end. On the subject of tiles, let's get our first one added in. So we're going to head over to our tile icon here, and we're going to click this big old plus button. Our tile sets will load, and you can pick whichever one you like. I'm going to go with plains, because plains is my favorite one. I'm just going to find it on here. Plains, and I'm going to click use this tile sheet. And you'll notice that my tile sheet is right there. I'm going to scroll back to the start of my level, and I'm going to start building my level with my tiles. So I'm going to click on this tile here, and this is Jetpack Jam, so we need some obstacles. So I'm going to draw my obstacles on here, just like this. And I'm going to use some pillar-like things that my jetpack character can avoid, just like this. Making sure I've left enough room for my character to get through. So I'll just build a second one here, just like this. It's looking pretty awesome. Oh, missed that bit. And this one down here. And we're going to try and make them different levels as well, so our player has to go up and down to try and avoid them. I'm going to shift across here, pressing this button, and put my next one in, make it slightly lower. Just like that. So there's lots of space for my character to fly through. Awesome guys, I'm going to give you some time to finish off building your awesome level. Make sure you're filling it right the way up to the very end. You can pause this video and when you get back, I'll be right here to tell you how we're going to make our very awesome jetpack character. See you in a minute guys. Welcome back guys, I'm sure you've built an awesome level. I've built one too that goes right the way across. I've even used some different coloured bricks and tile sets. It looks awesome. So let's get our character in there because there's no point in having a level without a character. So click up here at the top where it says level 1 and click on the big plus button under actors to add an actor. You can name your actor whatever you like. I'm going to call mine Hero because they're going to be the hero of our game. Click that add button. And the first thing we need to do is add an animation. So click the animation button. And you can pick whatever character you like. I'm going to go for the jetpack people. We've got some jetpack girls and some jetpack boys. Because this is Jetpack Jam, I'm going with the jetpacks. But because jetpacks are awesome, but you guys can go with whatever you like. I'm going to go with Jetpack Girl 3. And we can see our little animation here in the corner. It looks awesome. So click here to use the sprite sheet. And the first thing we need to do is select our animation frames. So just click on the ones we want to make it look like our character's going right. So we're going to click right the way across the top row there. And we're going to adjust our collision box. We're going to shrink it down to make it as close to our character as we possibly can. Awesome. So now that we have our character all set up with their animations and their collision box, let's drag her into the game and then we can actually start some coding. So head over to where it says hero, back to level 1, and we're going to click this button here, which is our actor button, and we're going to drag our player on to the start of our level, right at the very start. So make sure you've scrolled right the way across to the left. Awesome. Now that our character's in, we can start the code. So head back over to where it says level 1, and we're going to click on the hero actor. When we're on the hero actor, we've got our design tab here, and we've got our code tab. Click on the code tab to get started. Now that we're on the code tab, we need to add some code, and we do that by using functions. So we click here to add a new function, and the type is going to be when this actor is first created. We're just going to set up the actor and the scene, so when the game plays, it's ready to go. So when this actor is created, we're going to call this setup, and we're going to click the add button. Awesome. We have our code deck, and the first thing we need to do is set our character up to be affected by gravity. So head over to the actor tab over here, and under actor basics, we're going to grab a set affected by gravity, and we're going to grab it over, and we're going to set this to yes. We're also going to grab a make camera follow, so the camera follows our actor right the way across the screen so it doesn't get stuck. And we're also going to grab a set cam rotate when hit, and we're going to set that to no. Awesome. We've set our character up. Now it's time to set the scene up. So head over to the scene tab, and we're going to set the scene gravity. So scroll down under screen basics and grab a set scene gravity, drag that over, and we've got our X coordinate and our Y coordinate. In that X box we're going to type 0, and in that Y box we're going to type 800. That's just like real world gravity, so when she's not firing a jetpack, she's going to fall down to the ground. Awesome. So the next thing we've got to do is make our character move, and we want to make our character move horizontally right across the screen. To do that, we're going to need a new function. So head over to the function button here, and the type is going to be when this actor is updated, and we're going to name it move. Hit that add button to lock it in, and we have our new function. So as you guys know, we have the x-axis and the y-axis. X goes horizontally across the screen, and we want our character to move right horizontally across the screen. So we need to set our X speed, and that's under actor. Scroll down to simple movement and set X speed. We're going to set the speed to 200. That should give us enough speed to get right the way across and make the game a little bit challenging whilst trying to avoid the big pillars. Now that we have our speed in and we've set up the scene and our player, let's test our game and see what happens. Click on the big play button here, it'll load up, and our player will fly forward and then crash into the first pillar. And it does that because we've set the X speed to go horizontally across, so our character's moving, but gravity is pulling us down, so we're falling down and hitting that first pillar. Let's fix that up so we can fire our jetpack and go in between them pillars, avoiding them so we don't crash. Now that we're back in CodeCamp World, let's add the function to fire our awesome jetpack. So to do that, we click on the big plus button next to function, and our type is going to be when this actor is updated. And we're going to name that fire jetpack. Awesome. Click add to lock it in. Cool. We have our new function. So the first thing we need to do is check if the mouse is down, and that word if is going to play a huge part in this. So head over to logic and grab if from under conditionals. So we've got an if statement right there. And the first thing we're going to do is head over to input, and we're going to grab is mouse down. So the computer is checking if the mouse is down, and if it is down, what are we going to do? We're going to fire our awesome jetpack. So head over to actor, scroll down to simple movement, and we're going to set the Y speed. So we're going up. We want our jetpack to fire and make us go up. So we've dragged our set Y speed over, and we're going to set this to a minus number. I'm going to set it to minus 350. Let's launch our game and see if when we press the mouse down, our character moves up and we can avoid them pillars. Awesome! My character moves up when I press the mouse down, and when I release the mouse, it moves down. That's because gravity's dragging us down, and when we click, the jetpack is firing us up. That's awesome. But you'll notice that when I hit the pillars, nothing is happening. So what we need to do is put in the code to restart the level whenever we hit a pillar. So let's head back into CodeCamp World and get that done. Now that we're back in CodeCamp World, let's get that collision function in. So head over to the big plus button next to the function. The type is going to be when this actor hits a tile, because that's what our pillars are made of. And the name of it's going to be crash, because we're going to crash right in to them pillars. So click the add button. The first thing we need to grab is from scene, and it's going to be restart current scene. It's just the fourth one down there. Drag that in. Now every time we hit a tile, the scene should restart and we should go right back to the start of the level. So let's test our game and see if that works. Okay, I'm about to hit one. Awesome! We go back to the start of the level and you can see there I'm flashing back to the start because I'm hitting that tile every single time. Awesome! Our game works. And now that that works, we've actually got a fully functional game. We can get right to the end of our level. So if you click, your jetpack will fire, gravity will pull you down if you let go. So let's see if you can get to the end of your level. And now might be a good time, if it's quite difficult, you want to simple it up a bit, and you can do that by just deleting tiles from your scene. Now, when you get to the end of your level, you may have noticed that nothing actually happens. You just stay floating there forever. So let's fix that up. Let's make our game into a loop so it can go into the next level and the next level and the next level and then back to the start again. All we need to do that is create a new level and then build the code to make it happen. So let's head back into CodeCamp World. Now that we're back into CodeCamp World, what we need to do is create that next level I was talking about. So head over to where it says Hero up here at the top and click on Add a Scene. We're going to add level 2. Again, you guys can call yours whatever you like. I'm going to stick with level 2. Again, we want a nice long level, 100 for me. And the cells down, I'm going to stick with 20. Click that add to lock it in. Now I'm sure you guys know what you need to do next. You just need to create your new level. So you can add a new background, add some new tiles, and build your level. Remember to go right to the end of your level, filling it with them blocks, so your game is super awesome. You can pause this video, and I'll be right here when you get back. Welcome back, guys. I'm sure you've built another super awesome level. Now just to make sure you've got everything right, you've gone right the way down to the end, and you need to add your actor. So click on this actor button and drag down your actor to make sure they're on the second level as well. Your actor needs to go on every single level you make, so when you're making some more awesome levels after this video, just make sure you've put your actor in every single one. Now that we've made our second awesome level, we need to put the code on our actor to make it switch that level when we get to the end of our first level. So head over to where it says level 2 and head back to our hero under the code tab. I'm going to add a new function, and this function is going to be when this actor is updated, and the name is going to be next level. Awesome. Click add to lock it in, and we're going to need another one of our if functions, and we need that because we're going to be asking the computer if our actor is at the end of the level, switch to the next one. So head over to logic, grab an if from under conditionals, and in that box we're going to head to logic again, scroll down to is greater than, drag that over to this top box where the if is, and we've got if something is greater than something, do the following. And we need to do two things here. We need to tell the computer where the actor is, and we need to tell the computer where the end of the level is. So what we need to do is head over to actor, scroll down till we see position. We're going to grab a get X position, drag it into the first box, and in that second box we're going to head to scene. We're going to get scene width. That means that if our actor is at the end of our scene, we're going to switch to that next level. So grab get scene width, and that goes into the second box here. Awesome. So if X of this, which is the position of our actor, is greater than the width of the scene, so it's at the end, we're going to do the following. What we're going to do is head over to scene again and grab a go to next scene. Drag that inside the if here, and we should be good to go. So let's test our game and see if we can get to the end. Awesome! Now I can play my level and see if I can get to the very end and then switch to my next level. Let's see if that happens. Just gotta avoid all of these blocks. I've made my game pretty tricky. Let's see if I can make it right through the last one. Awesome! Straight into my next level. Fantastic. Now you guys can head back into CodeCamp World and build all the awesome levels you like. Well, there you have it, guys. Congratulations on building another awesome game using CodeCamp World that you can share and play with your friends and family at home. Join us next time to build some more awesome games. Bye, guys.